I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I step like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they self.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milkers. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nicky know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
Yeah. one up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blessed.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Chicago Bears. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now Trubisky on first down. This one out left to the tight end Burton. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now, fourth down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. The Redskins have Greg Stroman back deep. It's taken to the 26. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Here's Haskins. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A carry for Bryce Love, the fourth-rounder from Stanford. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Haskins to throw. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way.
On first down, here's Love. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
On second and 12, Haskins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Haskins will throw. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything? And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Defense, let's go.
Mike, check, 59.
On play action, Haskins. Complete, Richardson has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Haskins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play. Yeah, and he loses the football a second time. Into the Redskins. Have it they do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A reminder that we kick off Week 4 on Thursday night. A good one in Lambeau. Eagles and Packers, 2 teams with eyes on the playoffs this year in the NFC. Coverage starting at 8:20 Eastern. And hard to believe it, we also have a couple of teams coming up on a bye week already in Week 4, the Jets and the Niners. The drive starts with a completion, left side. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, one more.
Mike, check. 59.
They're not ready for this, man.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Dotson with a grab over the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Thompson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
59's Mike. Check, 59.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
You got nothing. Mike, check. 59.
2nd down, Haskins. Steps away to his left. He's got his man. This is Dotson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
They'll run on first down. It's Love, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Now Haskins to throw on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Bryce Love with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. From midfield now, Haskins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Mike, check, 59. Don't get nervous.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full.
Now Now Haskins on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Complete. It's the rookie from Ohio State, Terry McLaurin. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Love here, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I got one. Check, 59. Come on, dude.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
They go play action now. Haskins. Flushed out right. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Love. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Check, 59.
Haskins on 3rd down. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Here's Haskins out of the gun, and he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further.
Bears nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Trubisky. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Running to start the drive is Love. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's out, baby. That's a baby shot. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 66. Pull it. High.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Redskins on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. Out to the left here to Reed. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Slings this deep from the... And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very nice... Pick up of 33 yards. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
59. Night, sweetheart.
On first down, Love. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Mike 5'9". I got one. 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Redskins on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
They go play action with Haskins. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Miller. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give running right is Love. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. On the carry, it's Love. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Caught on the right side, Reed. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Check pass, check pass. Mike, 58, right there.
4th down, here's Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Bears will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd and 5. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Haskins going to try to throw it. And that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Mike is 59.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And he finds McCord. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the Redskins, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.